Okay, so we're going to work through a few of these problems together. I hope you guys can see them well enough. I switched to a Sharpie marker because my other marker was going dead. So, yesterday we talked about a four-step process. Okay, we found the slope-intercept. Then we checked the number of solutions. We set our y values equal, which was substituting. Okay, and then we plugged back in once we solved for x. Okay, so let's take a look at this equation. It's a little bit different than the ones we were dealing with yesterday because we have this guy's in standard form and this guy's in slope-intercept form. This is the one I really want to focus on because since we know that this is in slope-intercept form, I can kind of look and be like, no matter what I do to this x over here, it's not going to be equal to 1x, so I know my slopes are going to be different. So what I'm going to do in this case is instead of setting the equations equal, I'm just going to take this y value and I'm going to plug it in to my upper equation, or I'm going to substitute it as is equal for the y in that value, in that equation. And the way that looks is, it looks like this. We're going to go 2x minus 3 parentheses. There's my y. Here I'm just going to plug in x minus y equals -1. So I took this y value and set it equal to that y value. So instead of setting them equal to the equations equal to one another, I'm just substituting this y value into that y to get this equation. Whoops. We're going to get rid of that. That's supposed to be a 1. Okay? Now I'm just going to go through and solve for x. So I'm going to distribute my 3 into that equation. I'm going to get 2x minus 3x plus 3 equals -1. 2x minus 3x is -1x plus 3 is equal to -1. Now I'm going to add or take 3 away from both sides because I need to get my x by itself. So I have -1x is equal to -4. And then I have to divide both sides by -1. So I get x is equal to -4 divided by -1. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So I know my x value is going to be equal to 4. So now I've found my slope-intercept right here, slope-intercept form. I checked my number of solutions. I predicted there was only going to be one solution, so there we go. I set the y value equal, so I took this y value and I plugged it into that part of the equation. So this was 2x minus 3 parentheses, because that's where that y was, and I plugged in x minus 1 here. Okay? And then I just solved for x, where I got x equals 4. So now all I got to do is plug x back into it and find a y value that coordinates with that. So I'm going to take my 4, and I'm going to plug it right into that equation. So I'm going to go y is equal to 4 minus 1. That's the place of the x here. 4 minus 1. Y is equal to 3. So my solution to these systems of equation exists, or they're going to cross when my x is equal to 4 and my y value is equal to 3. That's what I'm going for. Okay? I know that's a little different than what we did yesterday, but it's still, I'm setting my y values equal. I'm just taking this y value and plugging it in for that one. Because if I did it like we did yesterday, I'm going to have fractions on one side of the equation, which makes it a little more difficult of a problem to solve. Okay? Let's look at another example. Okay, here we have the same thing. If we numbered out what we're doing, okay, we're going to look for slope-intercept form. Okay, we're going to check our number of solutions. Okay, we're going to solve for x and then plug it into original equation. Okay, so let's just go through that one by one. Here I have an equation that's already in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to take this y value, or this, what it's equal to, and plug it in here for that y. So I'm going to get 5x minus 4 parentheses. I'm going to plug in negative 3x plus 5 is equal to negative 3. So all I did was substitute in whatever this y value was, since I'm setting them as equal. So I'm just putting that y value into here. So 5x minus 4 parentheses negative 3x plus 5 equals negative 3. And then I solve for x in that equation. So I've got to pull this guy in here. So I'm going to have 5x plus negative 4 times negative 3 is 12x. And then I got negative 4 plus times negative, or positive 5. So negative 4 times positive 5 is negative 20 equals negative 3. Combine my like terms to get 17x minus 20 equals negative 3. I'm going to add 20 to both sides to get x by itself. This becomes 17 is equal to 17x. Divide both sides by 17, and I get x is equal to 1. So I have x is equal to 1. Now, all I'm going to do is take x equals 1. I'm going to plug it right into my x value on that equation to solve for y. So we're going to go y is equal to negative 3 parentheses 1 parentheses plus 5. Y is equal to negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 5. So y is going to be equal to negative 3 plus 5, which is 2. So my solution to this system of equations, the solution, or where they share the exact same space and time, is at coordinate 1, 2. Okay, let's look at one more practice one, and I'm going to turn you guys loose on your own. So here we go. Let's clear this off. So again, if I'm looking at this, I'm going to have my 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 1, I'm going to look for slope-intercept form. 2, I'm going to check my number of solutions. 3, I'm going to set/substitute y to get x, and then I'm going to plug x in to get y. Okay, those are what we're going to do here. You can see I already have this equation in slope-intercept form. So I'm just going to substitute this part of the equation in for that y value, because the y values are going to be equal at one point on the line. So to do that, I'm going to go negative 3x minus 3 parentheses and just take this box and plug it in. Okay, now all I need to do is distribute this into my parentheses. Distribute, and get negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 5 is plus 15x. Negative 3 times negative 17 is going to be plus 51 equals 3. I'm going to go negative 3 plus 15, negative 3x plus 15x when I combine them is 12x plus 51 is equal to 3. I'm going to subtract 51 from both sides. That goes away. Now I get negative 48 is equal to 12x. And I divide both sides by 12. And I get x is equal to negative 4. So x is equal to negative 4. Okay, once I get here, now I need to take this negative 4 and substitute it back in to my equation. I'm going to substitute it into this equation because I don't have to do anything with y. I just have to plug it in and solve. So I'm going to go y is equal to negative 5 times negative 4 minus 17. Okay, so negative 5 times negative 4 is y is equal to 20 minus 17, which is 3. So my solution to that system of equations is that when x is equal to negative 4 and y is equal to 3. And I'd be done. Okay, you're going to have some time now. I hope that was good enough getting you through the walkthrough. Of course, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. But dive into your second worksheet now and just kind of follow the exact same routine we just did here. Keep practicing. You're going to get it. But that's how you solve using substitution. Thank you.